Hey everyone, this is Brandon Gonzalez. I'm here with Bashook Studios. I'm here to demonstrate this guitar. This is the 2026 Next Generation K24CE Builder's Edition by Taylor. I'm very excited to give you guys a sound demonstration, as well as give you my thoughts and opinions on the guitar itself. And then at the end of the video, I do have one more demonstration to give, so please stay tuned. This is my first YouTube video, so please like and subscribe so I can continue to make content for all of you guys. Check it out. Alright, so I want you guys to let me know in the comments what you think of the sound. I'm going to kind of give you a rundown real quick of how I've recorded this. I've recorded this in stereo using a Lewitt pencil condenser, and I've also used a Nude ribbon mic. We have a balance between the just the different types of microphones. Sometimes with the condensers, they're just super bright and they pick up everything. And then I have a third microphone, which I just have like kind of governing the room. I've had this guitar in my possession for maybe a few months, a couple of months. Obviously, it's pretty brand new, and it was shy when I got it at first. It really, the Koa, if you know, you know. Koa is very reserved in nature. It's a very compressed sounding wood, not super loud, but I kept playing it. I just kept playing it and playing it and playing it. It started to open up, and one day, just like that, it bloomed. And I wanted to wait until it did before recording samples of the sound. Another thing to note, I always tune my guitars half step down. That's just where I live, that's where they're set up, and I always play either with fingernails, so they are grown a little bit, so when you hear my finger picking, you would have heard some fingernail attack. And also, I'm playing with a 0.50 millimeter Tortex pick that I've used for decades. I just love those picks. The difference between the new generation versus the old is, well, you can notice there's no 3 holes drilled in the top that they force upon you. So that was a big thing for me. I personally don't really enjoy the ES2 system. That is not saying that it's a bad system. I do a lot of strumming, and the separation and the dynamics, they don't translate well for me. Mainly, I just really prefer to have a whole different setup, or the option to really choose what pickup I want. And this lends a little bit more towards that. This is the Claria system. It is just a simple, in my opinion, simple undersaddle piezo with a volume and a mid scoop, and then the battery box is still down here just like normal. So it gives you a little bit more options, because a lot of us were plugging these holes after changing to like a LR Baggs Anthem or something of the sort. And so I think, Taylor kind of forced that upon their instruments. It was very rare to see an instrument made by Taylor that didn't have the E at the end of their, model. So I'm really grateful for this change. I think it was something that propagated me to actually pursue this instrument. I have other Taylors. I love other Taylors that I do have, but I was not always satisfied with the pickup system. And so I'll leave that to your opinion. But anyway, I just was really happy about that. That was the first notable change. The second was the action control on the neck angle. With this action control rod that's in the neck, it allows you to change the angle of that on the fly. So really dialing this instrument in with the truss rod relief, with the neck angle, and everything that you know about the nut slots and how to set up a guitar, you can get it to play perfect. Now let me let you know, this guitar was not perfect. When I got this guitar out of the box, not only was the action high, but there were other issues that I had to address personally in my shop in the garage. So first and foremost, the frets were not level. There was some topography issues up the fret that when I wanted to have a decent neck angle that allowed me to get the string a little bit closer to the fretboard, the high spots in the frets revealed themselves very quickly. It ultimately reached a threshold where it did need a leveling. So I actually leveled my brand new instrument. I didn't want to send it back because, I mean, look at the guitar. Look at the figuring. Like the other ones that that were able to be chosen from didn't look like this. It's fantastic. So having this just knowledge of how to work on guitars, I did a very light leveling and recrowning and polishing of the frets, got them dead level. And then it kind of alerted me to other issues. The nut slots were not cut deep enough. Obviously that's a byproduct of having leveled just a few, thousandths, but they were not to spec anyway. I could just tell they would go sharp when I played notes at the top. So I addressed that. And then I'm going to put some pictures inside the video, but the saddle here, it's not very pretty. And if you can see in the pictures that I'm going to kind of interlace into the video, it just looks kind of crappy. Like it's kind of scored, and I don't know, it just looks like it's been through it. So I ended up actually getting a bone saddle, and I tried it. And actually, this is exactly like mimicked bone to exactly the Taylor specs. And I switched it out, and man, it actually sounded better. Like, I don't know, you bone guys, I'm the same. I like bone nut, bone saddle. So, but for the demonstration of this video, I absolutely wanted to keep it stock. I did not want to continue with a mod and then, present it as the instrument that is coming from the factory. So I'm probably going to put this back after this video is finished. So anyway, I digress. The instrument itself, for the price you pay, in my opinion, should be perfect, but it's not in the PS series or higher. And so, human error, I guess, that's fine. But if I were a customer who didn't know how to address these issues, I would have sent it back. In fact, I had a 324 that I ordered, new generation, and this was before I kind of realized I really wanted the K24. Koa is my jam. Like, Koa, if you know, you know. And so I ended up getting it. It had issues, high frets, unleveled, and so I sent it back. I just wasn't jiving with it. It's nothing against the instrument. It sounded okay, it sounded good. but I definitely had my sights on something else, and this was the something else. So I think that, you know, this is a guitar that's going to stay in my collection. I sold many other instruments that I wasn't really playing as much to raise some of the funds to procure this, and really it just is something that I play every day, and I totally plan to record a lot of these songs that I've been demonstrating with it. And it's very easy to dial in a nice sound, and it plays really nice and sounds really nice. The strings themselves, I'm big on, when I watch YouTube videos especially, that's all we have before we're gonna buy an instrument, you know, outright without seeing it, sight unseen. I really like to know the details about how it's being played, and you know, even I'd like to know, how old are the strings? Did they just put those strings on? Are they super bright and fresh and, you know, right out of the pack? Well, they don't always give that information. These strings are played in. These strings are about, I would say, 3 to 4 weeks old, and I've been playing on them because I wanted them to be worn in a little bit to give you an accurate sound of what the instrument might sound like after a few weeks of playing when your strings aren't so bright or new. I think Taylors are brighter in general, and therefore it can lend more towards that brightness that they have, that snap that they have, and that sparkle on the treble. So really, I just want to kind of give you guys as much information as possible. You know, it's one thing to sit here and listen to the demonstration, but knowing how it was recorded, knowing, you know, what the person who's demonstrating went through when they got it. I do watch a lot of Taylor videos, and I notice a lot of buzzing. I notice a lot of setups that aren't correct, or they're not to par. And you know, no offense to anybody at all, even to Taylor. I mean, instruments are instruments. They move, they shift, they contract, they expand, and it needs to be, you know, dialed in. Therefore, I wanted to do all that before I recorded. That way I wasn't, you know, dealing with the odd buzz or giving you guys an impression one way or the other, but with the disclaimer that I did have to work on the guitar. I did have to kind of get it to that speed. And so I think all the work that I would have done would have probably rang up a charge of around $400 to $500 with a luthier, you know, local to you. I really appreciate you guys taking the time to listen. This is my studio here. I am Bashuk LLC. This is my studio portion. I do photography, guitar maintenance, and repair, and I also do original music. So happy to have you with me. Please like and subscribe. I'm really excited to get this channel going and to give you guys more content. So anyway, appreciate you all. Have a great rest of the summer, and we'll talk soon. Burn the powder room, scent is cocaine and the smell of perfume. Lured into a fugue-like state, I don't really think you can hide behind your sobriquet. But buried inside me has always been a sinner and a saint. My boy would never change. The one beside you, and let me see your hands. I know your face made my escape. Said life was the acid trip. Look out the window pane and feel the real. Cobblestone and curbstep blues. I can hold your face in my hands if you need me to. But buried inside me has always been resilience and a strength. The light that sees my veins. My mind is dripping in color and a soft acrylic paint. A canvas you erase. Sound that you wanted me tonight. I can make you lose, yet feel so right. Coming down has never felt so good. Something in the air that makes you wanna breathe, and every single atom makes you wanna scream. Clench your teeth and grab